This is Karen Ranzi. I'm here with my son Marco, and we're going to talk about broccoli sprouts and how wonderful they are. If you've heard any of the current research on sulforaphane, sulforaphane is something that is in all cruciferous vegetables, and it is especially prevalent when you sprout broccoli seeds into broccoli sprouts. And Marco loves sprouting all kinds of sprouts, but especially loves broccoli sprouts, and he's got one jar going after the other so that we always have broccoli sprouts for our salads. But you could put them in juices, smoothies, whatever you want. We love them in our salads. So Marco's going to explain to you today how to sprout broccoli seeds from the very beginning. And you'll get that sulforaphane if you have broccoli sprouts in your diet. I work with children with attention deficit and autism, and I'm always recommending that the parents start to grow broccoli sprouts on their counter for the benefits of sulforaphane for the brain. So thank you so much, Marco, for explaining to us how to grow broccoli sprouts.
No problem. Glad to do it. So the first thing that you need to get if you want to sprout broccoli sprouts is, at least the way that I've done it, is you need to get some mason jars. I got these, I believe they're 32-ounce mason jars that I got on Amazon. I think I got a pack of 16 of them for $10 or $20 or something like that. So that's your first step. You need the jars to sprout them in. The second step is to get lids, so when the jars are slanted, and especially when there's a lot more broccoli sprouts and they've sprouted, that they don't come out there and you can drain them easily. And to do that, there's a couple things you could do. I originally, I actually tried to do it on my own, which worked for a small period of time. I took a splatter screen that you would use just in your kitchen, and I cut out holes that would fit in the tops of the mason jars and just used those. And it was good because it was metal instead of plastic. However, over time it started to rust, and obviously you don't want that rusted metal to get into your broccoli sprouts. So recently, I actually went online to Amazon and I found these really amazing sprouting lids that we'll put a link in the description so you can find these online if you want to buy these. I just got them recently and I absolutely love them. It's kind of the best of both worlds because the outside of the lid is the plastic so it doesn't rust, and the inside is the stainless steel. So I haven't used these for too long, but so far there hasn't been any rusting whatsoever, and it seems like it's the best of both worlds. You could also get one of these 3-pack sprouting lids on Amazon as well. These are a lot cheaper than these ones. But the thing is, with this 3-sprout Econo Sprouter Toppers seed sprouting system is it's really only the yellow one that you could use for broccoli seeds. The other ones you could use for legumes and different types of sprouts, but the broccoli seeds are pretty small, and this type of mesh with the yellow one is the only one that will work with broccoli seeds. So if you get this 3-pack, only the yellow one will work with broccoli seeds. You could use the other ones for different types of sprouts. So once you have your jars and you have your lids, obviously the next thing you need is the broccoli seeds. I got mine through a company called Handy Pantry. These are the best that I've found online. I got these through a website called Vitacost, which a lot of you might be aware of. And I got this 1-pound bag for, I think it was $20. And there's always all sorts of sales going on with Vitacost, so if you're ever going to buy something, create an account, put it in your shopping cart, and wait like 2 days, and they'll send you some 15% off or 10% off discount code. And this will last for a really long time. You're going to get so many broccoli sprouts You only use about 2 tablespoons each time you start each batch, and as you can see, these are the finished product, and for only 2 tablespoons, and I don't even know how many times, maybe there's 30 entire jars in this bag, so you're definitely getting your money's worth, no doubt about it, especially compared to the broccoli sprouts that you could buy in the store, which aren't as fresh, and these are much more economically friendly as well. So once you have all your ingredients with your jars, your lids, and the sprouts, the next thing you need to do is you just take 2 tablespoons, as I said, of the broccoli seeds, and you soak them overnight in a jar, just regularly. And in the morning, you'll dump out all the water that they were soaking in, and then give it a rinse, and then find somewhere to have it at an angle like this. I use these bowls because they were kind of old and it kind of is at the perfect angle. You want something like this so the excess water can drip out. It's kind of hard to see here, but there's some water at the bottom of these bowls. And you only soak them in the beginning overnight one time. And then after that, all you have to do is rinse them out in the morning and in the evening, 2 times a day. It's really easy to do as you get up and before you go to bed. And after you rinse them out the first time, after they soak, you'll take these and you'll put them actually in a dark place. You want to keep them out of sunlight for the first about 2 or 3 days until they start getting these tails, as you can see in this jar. And once they start having these tails, then you can bring them out into natural light. You don't have to have any special sprouting light or anything like that. Just having them in your kitchen, if it's close to a window, that could be helpful, but just any light will do. And after that, you keep them out in the sunlight for the rest of the duration of their sprouting, and in about 5 days or so, you're going to have beautiful broccoli sprouts that look like these. These are at their peak right now, and if you let them go further than this, once they've really grown their sprout to about 1 inch or so, you don't want to, you do still need to rinse them out in the morning and the evening, but you don't want to keep doing this. You want to eat them at this stage. If you keep rinsing them out daily for multiple days longer, they can start getting moldy. So you want to give them a little smell, and if they do start to get moldy, if there's any question about it whatsoever, do not eat them and just throw them out. For me, that's usually maybe around 8 to 10 days is where you have to be a little more careful. But besides that, this is the peak nutrition right here. You can also, say you have a huge jar and you're not going to eat them all, you can freeze them and then thaw them out and eat them later, and that will preserve them for later use as well. And that is basically it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment and I'll get back to it. And besides that, enjoy your broccoli sprouts.
Thank you, Marco. I'm glad that you explained this thoroughly. How long do people have to leave it in the dark? Because I think some people aren't that aware of how long it needs to stay in the dark.
So after you do the original soak, you keep them in the dark for about 3 days, but a better way to gauge it, instead of just always doing it 3 days, is to see when the sprouts start to come out. Once they start to come out and really, you don't see the brown seeds as much anymore, you see the yellow sprouts starting to come out, that's when you can bring it out to the sunlight.
Thank you, Marco, and thank you everybody for being with us. We both hope that you'll add an abundance of broccoli sprouts into your healthy, high raw or totally raw food lifestyle. Thanks for being with us, and I'm Marco Ranzi. This is
Marco Ranzi.
And we hope that you'll comment, subscribe, share, and like this video. Thank you for watching.